With DECpresent, creating quality presentations is a breeze. DECpresent was designed for workstation users and is available for Digital's VAX VMS and Ultrix RISC workstations, as well as the Sun Spark station. Users can share revisable DECpresent presentations across these platforms. Today we're running DECpresent on Digital's Ultrix RISC workstation using the Motif Window Manager. With DECpresent, you can create quality presentations in-house when you need them. For example, overhead transparencies, 35mm slides, and paper output. Audience handouts let you print between 2 and 6 slides on a single page, and speaker's notes provide a script of your presentation. You can also use your workstation to deliver an automatic slideshow. Simply enter the number of seconds between your slides and choose a transition effect. DECpresent will automatically advance through your slides. By deselecting Automatic Advance, you can use the mouse to manually reverse and advance between your slides. DECpresent includes over 20 slide styles. To alter the look of your presentation, simply apply a new slide style. There is no need to rekey information. For example, here we have a title, Produce Executive Quality Slides, a subtitle, some bullets, list items, and a graphic. To change the look of this slide, I can simply apply a new template. Notice that my content remains unchanged. DECpresent also includes several black and white styles. Styles can be customized, and I can also create my own styles and share them with other users. To illustrate, let's add a logo to this slide style. To do this, I'm going to view the slide template. Notice that I can create a new template or modify the existing one. And to draw a logo, let's go to our Draw tools and get our graphics palette. I'm going to choose a fill pattern so that we can shade a box. I'm going to turn our outline off and get a square. Notice that I simply drag with my mouse to create the size of box I want. I can also use my mouse to position the box where I would like it. Let's select some graphic text so I can annotate my box. And the word logo here is a little bit small, so I'm going to click to select it. And let's get our text attributes dialog box and choose a font. We'll select Helvetica. And if I'd like to increase the point size, I can make this 18 points and make sure that it's bolded. And when I'm satisfied, I simply cancel text attributes. And now that I have my logo added to my slide template, I can apply the change and go back and look at the slide. And you see our logo is now part of our slide. With DECpresent, you can enter information directly onto your slide, or you can use the outliner. You'll see as we enter information onto the slide, the outline is simultaneously updated and vice versa. To get our outline, I simply go to View and I choose Outline. I'm going to enter information onto the slide, and you'll notice that the outline will be updated simultaneously. Now let's move our outline window up, and you'll notice as I enter information in the outline, it will also be added to the slide at the same time. So you can work in whichever mode is comfortable for you. I can use my outliner to quickly alter the level of my list items so I can indent, easy to use. I can also use my outliner to reorder list items. Or if I prefer, I can actually reorder slides. So let's, for example, select slide 5, drag with the mouse to the slide 4 position, and you'll see that slide 5 has now become slide 4. If I'd like to get a synopsis of my main ideas and just look at my titles, I can collapse my outline. The plus sign indicates that sublist items are suppressed, and I simply double-click to expand them. If you need to make a point, DECpresent provides a variety of bullets to help you win audience attention. I simply go to Text and select my bullets palette. There is a table editor for organizing numbers, text, and graphics into rows and columns, and object-oriented graphics tools, which you see here. You can also add impact to your presentation by including images, and the DECpresent Art Gallery gives you 400 pieces of revisable clip art. To get the Art Gallery, we simply go to our Draw menu and select it. The clip art in the Art Gallery is organized by topic, and I can add custom artwork to the Art Gallery as well as encapsulated PostScript files. To see how easy it is to manipulate graphics with DECpresent, let's move to slide 2. I'm going to click on this image with my mouse and hit the Remove key on the keyboard to delete it. Next, I'm going to click with my mouse on this illustration and bring it into our workstation, which also happens to be a bitmapped image. Next, I'm going to click on a piece of clip art that I put inside my illustration, and you'll see that using my mouse button 1, I can drag and move this clip art wherever I'd like to position it. I can also use mouse button 3 to scale or resize my clip art. Notice how you can colorize the DECpresent clip art. Here we have another piece of clip art, and I'm going to select it with mouse button 1, and pressing mouse button 2, I can get a context-sensitive pop-up menu. You'll notice that my menu gives me choices relating to graphics because it knows that I have a graphic selected. I'm going to ungroup this globe so that you can see by the number of handles the extent to which I can edit DECpresent clip art. I'm going to use my mouse to draw a rubber band around South America, and I'm going to move it off the globe inside my illustration. And I'll get my pop-up menu back so that I can move this clip art to the front. And now that it's in front, I can use mouse button 3 and hold my Shift key to proportionally resize the clip art. I can then go to my Draw menu while this is selected, get my graphics palette, and change the color of South America. DECpresent gives you up to 16 million colors. DECpresent also includes the DECchart business graphics application. The data contained in this chart actually resides in a remote file. If an authorized user modifies the chart, live link connections ensure that your presentation will be updated to reflect the most current information. To demonstrate, let's select this chart by clicking with mouse button 1 and invoke the DECchart application. If you notice in my message status area, DECpresent tells me that the DECchart application is starting up. Let's bring up our worksheet so that we can change the sales figures in our chart. Again, any authorized user could make this change as well. Let's show an increase in our sales figures for the northern region. I'm going to change this value from 10 to 50. Select the information and draw a new chart. And let's put our chart in color mode. And notice as I update the live link, the new data in this chart will be automatically reflected in our presentation. The Learn module gives you everything you need to complete your DECpresent presentation. This comprehensive tool combines illustrations with step-by-step instructions and can be referenced while you work. If you want to view all your slides and reorder them, DECpresent includes a slide sorter, which will depict all of your slides in miniature. Simply click with the mouse to select a slide and drag it to its new location and release the mouse. I can also open other presentations and import slides into my presentation. I'm going to double-click on this presentation called Summary so that we can open it. let's bring our summary presentation to the front and also view the sorter in this presentation. Just going to move our window over so that we can see both presentations side by side. I'm going to click with my mouse to select the slide and cut it. Let's move into our presentation and we'll say paste and add the slide. Notice that I not only get the slide content, but I get the slide style and any accompanying outline or speaker's notes. Double-clicking on any slide in the sorter will bring you back to that slide. DECpresent supports a CDA architecture, so you can share revisable presentations across multiple platforms. DECpresent, quality presentations with the click of a mouse. DECwrite version 2.0 is available for Digital's VAX VMS workstation, the Sun Spark station, and MS Windows PCs. Today we are showing DECwrite on Digital's RISC-Alteryx workstation using the Motif windowing system. Users can share revisable DECwrite documents across these platforms. DECwrite is everybody's document processor. Its user interface is straightforward and easy, and you can create a range of documents from product fact sheets like the one on our screen to technical documentation. The new point-and-click function bar at the top of our document gives you easy access to most of DECwrite's capabilities, and you'll see as I proceed through the demonstration that I'm primarily using the mouse and the point-and-click function bar. In fact, by simply viewing today's demonstration, you will be able to use DECwrite. To further enhance the user interface, the DECwrite menus are now organized into short menus, which you're seeing here, for fast access to frequently used menu functions. Full menus give you access to DECwrite's advanced capabilities. I'm going to go now and scale our document to fit in window. This lets me preview an 8.5 by 11 page so that what I see on the screen is what I'm going to get when I print my document. Let's scale our document back to 100% and take a look at it. You'll notice my cursor is this triangular shape next to the letter C in the word DECwrite. If I look at my point-and-click function bar, it tells me that my style here is a head 2, my font is avant-garde, and my point size is 48 points. If I put my cursor into a paragraph, I can see in my function bar that my style for this paragraph is body text, my font is still avant-garde, and now I have 12 points. So my function bar always lets me know exactly what I have. If I click on my arrow, I can proceed to page 2. I'm going to use my mouse and I'm going to double-click on the word DECwrite to select it. Now I can use my function bar to change attributes. So for example, I can italicize the word DECwrite. I can also bold the word DECwrite. And when I'm satisfied, I simply click to deselect the word and my attributes are applied. If you look further down in the document, you notice that I have a bulleted list, and next to it, I have a paragraph of text. I also can have a graphic wrapped around a text block. With DECwrite, I can have text and graphics anywhere on my page. If I click on this icon, I can turn on hidden symbols. This is very useful if I happen to be importing an ASCII text file or text from another word processor. If something isn't wrapping the way I'd imagine it should, I can always see exactly what I have, and I can toggle my hidden symbols off. Going to move to page 3. I'm going to double-click here on the word application to select it, and I can go to my function bar and click on check to check my spelling. The dictionary will give me suitable choices, and I can here double-click on the correct spelling of application, or I can click on it once and then click on replace. Notice when the word is corrected that my italic attribute is maintained. If I want to delete information in DECwrite, I can select the information with my mouse, and then I can simply hit the remove key on my keyboard, and you'll notice how my document is automatically repaginated. Changing styles in DECwrite is very straightforward. As you'll see, I simply select the area that I want to change styles. I go to my styles icon, and if I'd like to change this from a bulleted list to a numbered list, all I have to do is click with my mouse. And you'll see now that we have a numbered list. If I'd like to add to my list, DECwrite includes context-sensitive pop-up menus, and simply by pressing mouse button 3, I get a menu of choices relating to a list. And I can say Start Sublist, and I can get my pop-up menu back again by pressing mouse button 3, and I can start another level to my sublist. Now, if I want to stay at the same level, I simply hit a return, and I can keep typing. Now, if I look at my list and I decide that I really liked it better as a bulleted list, DECwrite is very forgiving, and all I have to do again to change styles is select my list, go to my styles icon on my function bar, choose bulleted, and release my mouse. And you'll notice that now I'm back to a bulleted style. If we move down to the bottom of this page, you'll notice that DECwrite includes a full function table editor to help me organize numbers, text, graphics, or scientific equations into rows and columns. And you can see here that I've included a piece of clip art in my table. I could also include an image or perhaps an Adobe Illustrator graphic. Let's move to page 4. Here I have an image with a column of text beside it. Again, with DECwrite, I can have text and graphics anywhere I'd like on the page. You'll notice also I have some pieces of clip art to enhance our page. There are 400 pieces of revisable clip art with DECwrite. What I'd like to do is line up my column of text with the bottom of my image. To do this, I'm simply going to select the information, and let's modify the paragraph spacing. And I'm going to just press on the paragraph spacing icon on my function bar. And now you can see my column of text is perfectly lined up next to my graphic. I can also adjust the spacing between lines of text. So if I put my cursor in the document, I can go to my line spacing tool and increase the space between lines. Or perhaps if I put in too much, I'd like to decrease it. This map is another one of the 400 pieces of revisable clip art that comes with DECwrite. I'm going to press the Shift key and drag my mouse to draw a rubber band around the map and select it. Now I can use my context-sensitive pop-up menu on my mouse to ungroup my graphic. Notice how my menu gives me choices relating to a graphic because that's what I have selected. Now that I've ungrouped my clip art, you can see how many pieces of the clip art I can actually modify by the black handles. I'm going to hold the Shift key and drag my mouse again to select Australia. And now that I have it selected, I'll get my pop-up menu, and I'm going to copy this, move somewhere else in the page, and I'm going to paste it. With DECwrite, in addition to being able to scale my clip art, I can also scale it proportionally so I don't lose the meaning. In order to do this, as I drag with mouse button 2, I'm going to press the Shift key so I can proportionally resize Australia. I'm going to go to the Draw menu to get the graphics palette, and I'm going to modify the fill pattern of Australia to match some of the other artwork on our page. Now I'm going to select graphic text so that I can annotate this map. I'm going to click on Australia to select it so that I can center it in the map. And now that I have it selected, I can go to my function bar and choose a different font, such as Souvenir. And going back to my graphics palette, I'm going to choose an arrowhead and change our line width to 3 points. And I'm going to draw a line So it's easy to modify your clip art, annotate your graphics with DECwrite. If I move my cursor into text and I now get my pop-up menu, you notice that my choices have changed to things that I can do with text. And one of the things I'd like to do is insert a new page. And we'll choose a new page style called Simple Page. And here I have 2 columns. If I go to my function bar and I click on our page layout icon, I can change the number of columns. I'm going to double click on the number 2 to select it, and I can simply put in another number. In this case, we'll go to 4 columns. DECwrite gives me a chance to preview, so I can say update to make sure this 4-column layout is what I would like, and when I'm satisfied, I click on OK to implement the change. So it's very easy to modify the layout. I simply point and click with my mouse. I'm going to double click in our page number field and go to page 1. Now if I'd like to select a range of text, I can click with my mouse and drag my mouse, or I can do something a little simpler. I'm going to double click on the word DECwrite, and if I'd like to select information halfway through our page, I hold the Shift key and click with my mouse, and all of my information is selected. I can even go to page 3, for example, press Shift and click with my mouse, and you'll see as we move back through the document that I've selected from page 1 through this area in page 3. So it's very easy to select a range of information with DECwrite. Now you've seen a fact sheet created with DECwrite, let's take a look at a sales proposal and a maintenance manual. Title page, graphic, table. Let's open our maintenance manual. Title page, blank page to follow the title page, table of contents, list of figures, paragraph numbering, footnotes. Let's take a look at DECwrite on some other platforms. I've copied our document to a Sun Spark station. We're running DECwrite in an open-look window. We could also be using the OSF Motif windowing system. I'm going to page through our document and make a modification so that you can see that our document is still fully revisable. I'm going to double-click on the word combine to select it and underline. Here we're running DECwrite on a VAX VMS workstation. I'm going to page through our document and make a modification on this system. Double-click to select the word graphics and italicize. And last but certainly not least, DECwrite is now available for MS Windows PCs. I'm going to page through our document on this system and make a modification. Double-click, select the word document, and bold. With DECwrite, you can point and click your way to quality documents. Adobe Illustrator is the industry standard for sophisticated drawings, illustrations, and single-page design. It's a tool of choice for users needing to enhance their presentations and documents, technical illustrators, and commercial artists. Adobe Illustrator outputs industry-standard encapsulated PostScript files, so you can import them into several applications. Illustrator files can also be added to your existing clip art libraries. Today you will see Adobe Illustrator version 3.0 for the OSF Motif windowing system. This version is a port of the Macintosh version and takes advantage of the high performance of Digital's RISC-Ultrix and VAX VMS workstations. In addition, Digital's workstations support display PostScript, so you're no longer limited to editing in artwork mode. You can now create Illustrator files in preview mode. As you can see from the artwork on the screen, with Illustrator, design possibilities are unlimited. Let's take a closer look. The Illustrator toolbox gives you electronic tools similar to the ones graphic artists use every day. There are tools that let you fill a shape such as a circle with text or type text along a curve. You can even turn ordinary letters into graphic objects and fill them with colors, type, and designs, such as the capital T in this illustration, or the capital M in the word mother. The Autotrace tool used to create this human heart lets you scan an image and turn it into line art that you can edit. Autotrace greatly increases the speed and accuracy with which you can create your designs. The Blend tool lets you smoothly transition one shape, line weight, or color into another. Notice how the Blend tool was used to shade the area under the eyebrow. The Transform Again capability lets you replicate an action such as rotating a curved line. This capability was combined with the Blend tool to create this entire section of hair from 3 single strands. You can also create business graphics with a strong visual message. Use frothy mugs instead of bars to display root beer sales. You can use Adobe Illustrator to create technical illustrations, medical diagrams, brochures, and commercial artwork. Create corporate libraries of Illustrator drawings and import them into your business documents and presentations. You can even live link to Adobe Illustrator from Digital's DECpresent presentation graphics application and DECwrite WYSIWYG document processor, ensuring that your important business documents always contain current information. Adobe Illustrator and Digital's workstations, the possibilities are endless.
The DECwrite SGML gateway and the DECSGML development tools provide a solution to one of the major issues facing companies who are trying to integrate SGML into their day-to-day operations. A major aerospace defense contractor explained the situation to us in this manner. He said they had a core group of people in production publishing and in logistics support areas who utilized SGML applications like structured editors and SGML-oriented databases in their day-to-day work. They had to gather their information, though, from people who did not use SGML. And the rest of the corporation, a large group of people, had legacy documents, applications, and people trained in these applications and systems that did not understand anything about SGML, nor did they have a great desire to learn about SGML. So as this aerospace defense contractor said, how do we integrate the non-SGML world with the SGML-oriented world? This slide illustrates the situation. We've got a gateway that allows you to move information from existing word processors, PCs, and applications like DECwrite, text, graphic, and image-capable document processing, as well as legacy documents via optical scanners into the SGML realm, where structured editors and SGML-oriented production publishing systems are utilized. and then move information out of SGML back to applications like DECwrite, where you can utilize the same skills that you used to create the document to edit the document. Let's move to the demonstration, and we'll show you how it works. This is DECwrite. A WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, text, graphic, and image-capable documentation application. For example, if we wanted to add another title like this one here, I'd simply put the cursor into the document, pull down this menu, and let go on number head. You'll notice that we have a small list of text styles associated with the editing and creation of this document. Also, these text styles don't look like SGML. When I let go, I've got a number headline, and it's already numbered in sequence with the rest of the document, and I can type, for example, SGML. When I touch return, I'm automatically in paragraph mode, the correct size and style. To do an edit to existing copy, for example, if I wanted to turn that to a bold face, just come up to B for bold. If this needed to be italicized, now it's italicized. To make this a different point size, such as 18 point, it's simply a matter of pointing and clicking. This document can be printed on a local or network printer at any time, and it will print in the same fashion as you see it and create it on the screen. Lists are also very easy with DECwrite. For example, if I touch return once, I automatically generate a blank 2. Touch return again, a 3. To turn this into a subcategory, I simply push it sideways, and everything renumbers automatically. Tables are also very easy. To add another row, you simply pull down a menu, type your material, and this is a cellular table, so as you add material, the table itself gets larger. Here's a more complicated table with multiple columns, straddled heads, and you'll also see that this is a contiguous paragraph, but a line has accidentally been left in. We'll leave this mistake in the document and let the gateway take care of it automatically. We also have a DIDIF, that's Digital Document Interchange Format image, inside the DECwrite document. When we create the SGML file, the DIDIF image will automatically be converted to a CCITT Group 4 fax file. We do the same sort of operation with CGM files, and we use entity references inside the SGML file to keep track of the images and graphic files that are created. To turn this into SGML, we pull down the Export menu, and the first thing we do is we identify the DECwrite SGML gateway as the application to turn the WYSIWYG document into SGML. This dialog box lets me select one of the many DTD-supported conversion processes that ship with the product set. For example, here we have the 38784B DTD. We're going to call the file bob.sgml, and the gateway is now converting this WYSIWYG document that was created with a very small number of WYSIWYG-oriented formatting styles into a fully expanded SGML file with between 180 and 250 different tags and tag combinations. Let's look at the SGML that we generated. I'm opening up the same SGML file that we just created. And we're going to search for the new material I put into the document. And we'll make a couple of edits. If we page through this file, you can see that we have fully tagged out the SGML sequences into a fully expanded set of SGML-oriented tags to 38784B, including tables. We're going to save this file and then import it into a DECwrite document. We'll open a blank DECwrite document. The only thing in this document is the style template associated with 38784B printed documentation. The beeps that you're hearing signify that there are no other pages in this file, and we're going to import, again, using the DECwrite SGML gateway, using the Options button, we select 38784B conversion processes and the name of the file that we're bringing in, bob.sgml. And now the opposite is happening. We're taking a fully expanded set of SGML, somewhere between 180 and 250 tags and tag combinations, and condensing it down to a very small set of WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get, formatting DECwrite styles. So the writer who receives an SGML document or part of an SGML document, when they need to edit it in DECwrite, it looks, feels, and behaves as though the document was originally created in DECwrite as opposed to SGML. Formatting is very easy to change because we separate format from content in DECwrite, and by selecting a different formatting style, you can reformat the document to be different. As you can see, the graphic, which was an entity reference and a CCITT Group 4 fax file when it was in SGML's realm, is now a DITIF image, and it is still editable. The line that went through this contiguous paragraph has been removed because the gateway realized that all this material needed to be in exactly the same cell. DW SGML demonstration is in bold. Mil-spec 28,000 is still italic, but the 18-point SGML was recognized by the gateway as an illegal format change, and it was automatically removed. You can configure the gateway to ignore the types of formatting changes that you choose to. The DECwrite SGML gateway serves as a bridge between DECwrite and SGML. When you convert a DECwrite document into SGML, missing SGML structures are automatically added to the SGML file stream by the DECwrite SGML gateway. The DECSGML development tools allow you to modify the conversion processes shipped with the DECwrite SGML gateway. You can also use these SGML development tools to work your own DTDs into the picture. The DECSGML development tools also allow you to take word processing documents and scan documents and turn these into either DECwrite documents or SGML. These solutions make it much easier for you to integrate SGML-oriented workgroups and non-SGML-oriented workgroups. We appreciate your interest in Digital's publishing solutions. Thank you.